sorry. Who's excited to be here today? Woo! That's good. I'm really excited to be here today too. You know what? I'm excited about learning how to grow my business. I love the fact that we've got all of this stuff going on. We've got all of these different techniques that everybody's using, and I'm so excited to learn about those. So I'm glad you guys are all here today. It's so exciting. Okay, so I'm here today to talk to you about customer service. Good customer service and great customer service, right? Okay, so I've done retail sales actually for 15 years. I have gone into the retail setting and I've worked doing that. So I've done everything from working at A&W to managing $1 million jean store. So I've done a lot of things in customer service. So the other day I go into this retail outlet and I'm going to go buy something new to wear today because I was so excited. Of course, what girl doesn't want something new to wear? So I go in and I'm looking for stuff, and I'm looking at these different shirts and that, and I've got this thing in my mind that I think I would like to wear. And of course, you know, nobody's around. There's nobody around. So here I am, looking at everything and, you know, picking up things and, you know, walking around, and nobody's there yet. I don't see what I want, so I leave. That's it. Done and done. I go to the next store, and I find the retail sales clerks, and they're all huddled around the desk talking about something else. I'm not sure what it was. But anyway, so here I am, I'm looking and I'm trying to find these items, and I'm displaying all the retail buying signs. Anybody who's ever worked in retail knows if I'm out there and I'm touching things, oh, that's pretty. If I'm picking them up off the hanger, if I'm holding them in front of me, I'm screaming, somebody get me a fitting room. You know, if I'm taking another one of a different color, I'm really looking for something, and nobody cared. Nobody came and said hi to me, anything like that, and I consider myself a very friendly person. I mean, I walk around with a smile all the time, okay? I'm not mean to you unless you're standing between me and my coffee. There's a red zone that you just don't go in, okay? But ask my husband, he'll tell you, and it's before 9 in the morning. So, anyway, so there is those things, but I'm walking around, I'm so happy, you know, I'm so excited to do this, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, you know, there's nobody here, so I walk out. You know, all of these ladies that are in there, and men, actually there's men in there as well, who are making commission. They're making commission sales, and what they don't know is that I can very easily be persuaded that what I actually want to wear is not quite as good as what they have for me to wear. So, if somebody came to me and said, oh, no, honey, you need orange, I'd be like, I do? Okay, I totally need orange. All right, this is good. So I would buy it. They have no idea about that, but that's me, okay? So all it would have taken is for one salesperson to come up and tell me, make me feel really special, tell me what they think I should have on and stuff, and that would have absolutely done me in, okay? So they don't realize that. Now think about this, how many of your Scentsy customers are out there that are looking for someone to make them feel super special? You know how many? There's so many. Do you want to be that consultant that they're like, oh, my consultant is amazing, she makes me feel so valued as a customer? I know I do, that's absolutely it. So why should you care about customer service? One word is growth. You should care about customer service because it's going to grow your business. You know, people talk about you, if you didn't already know. I know they talk about me, so if they're not talking about you, I don't know what's going on, but they are talking about you. They're going to talk about you if you give bad customer service. They're going to tell people. If you give them excellent customer service, they're also going to tell people. So this means that they're going to be able to grow your business for you because they're talking about you. Use that to your advantage, absolutely. Okay, so today we're going to talk about 2 points of customer service. Number 1 is making your customers feel special. Everyone wants to feel special. Everybody wants to have that value in their life and just really feel appreciated by someone. And the other thing is to make your customers feel smart. So sometimes we don't always feel that smart, but this is what you need to make your customers feel like, okay? It's a good thing. So here we are, if you go and you give great customer service to your customers, you're going to be left with happy customers. They're going to be happy that you're their consultant, okay? So those happy customers who are talking about you, can you say free advertising? Free advertising, okay? They are talking about you. You're not paid for this. Okay, and now they're going to lead you to new customers because their friends, A, are unhappy with their Scentsy consultant, or B, they're just never heard of Scentsy, and who are they going to go to? They're going to go to that awesome customer service person, okay? And that doesn't mean you have to be a great salesperson or anything. It means that you're treating your customers special. That's what it's doing. So now you've had great service, you provided great service, which leaves you with happy customers, who lead you to new customers who do what? They buy more stuff so they're going to make repeat purchases from you. Now you've got these customers that are repeatedly buying from you. It gives you an opportunity to provide great customer service, to leave you with happy customers, who lead you to new customers, who make repeat purchases, who you can provide great customer service to. So do you see where this circle is going? It's like really, it's all focused around that. It's so very, very important. Okay, so, sorry, that's me. I'm a hummer. I always hum, and in the middle of anything. So if I have 2 seconds, it's going to be anyway, okay. So what do you already do that makes your customers feel special? Think of a couple things that you already do to make them feel special. I know that everybody here takes some kind of, pride in doing something with your customers. Now, what you've already done is probably awesome. Now think about this. How can you make them feel more special? How can you do that for them? There's a few things that you can do. You can package their orders up like gifts. Especially, during Valentine's and Christmas and things like that. I take tissue paper, colorful according to the seasons, pink for Valentine's, green for Christmas. I take them and I actually wrap their bars in that, and then I stick them at the top of the bag and tie a ribbon around, and it's like really, really cute. And my customer's like, oh my gosh, it's like Christmas every time I get my order. So it's so fun for them to do that. I throw in little things like a Scentsy pen. I mean, that doesn't cost me a lot of money, but it's a Scentsy pen. And they're like, oh, I got a free pen, score! Like, this is a good thing for them, okay? So tie it up with a ribbon, put in a handwritten thank you card. Those are awesome. The other thing you can do is call your repeat customers. Tell them you have a half-price item available for them. Just because you're such an awesome customer, I have a half-price item deal for you today. Would you like a plug-in system for half price just for being an awesome customer of mine? That is huge. That goes so far. And you know what that also does? You make sure you tell them that that's actually a hostess gift. That the hostesses of your parties get those, and that can lead to them hosting a party for you. So now you've got a couple different options. Going the extra mile is so awesome for your customers. I had a lady call me, actually no, she showed me at a show. And she came up and she said, you know what? My consultant that I have ordered me a snowberry bar, and I had ordered a room spray. But she made a mistake, and she ordered me the bar, and in my mind I'm already thinking, oh, it's discontinued, I don't like where this is going. But, so she had ordered her a bar instead of a room spray. And she said, I went to the consultant and told her that wasn't what I had, and the lady said, too bad. I can't get it anymore, that's too bad. And she's telling me this at a show. And of course I go, oh my word, that's not good. So then I say, you know what, can I take your name and phone number, and I'm going to try and find you one. And in the back of my mind I'm going, I can't find this, I know it's discontinued, it's going to be really hard to find. So so I go and I finally do get this room spray. Long story short, it cost me like $15 to get a room spray, but I got it for her. I brought it to her, I didn't even charge her for it. I just said, sorry about the mistake that was made and stuff like that. Guess who's got a loyal customer for life? She ain't buying from nobody else, she's buying from me. Because why? I went the extra mile for her. It goes a long way to do that. The other thing too is what I've done is, when Scentsy made this change in our Scent of the Month kit, which by the way, if you are not already getting, you need to. It's a great investment in your business, the Scent of the Month kit. So here, when they made the change in that Scent of the Month kit from 6 bars and a brick to 11 bars, I was like, I could sell these for more money. Nobody wanted to buy my bricks. So I was like, I made samples out of them and stuff, and I thought this is what I could do. So here I am, I'm thinking about this, calculating, okay, I get my orders in, I package them up, I send them out the door to these customers, and one of them calls me, hey Maria, what's the Scent of the Month this month? I actually didn't get a flyer and a sample like I always do in my order. And I said, this is the Scent of the Month, this is what it is, it smells really good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, I just haven't made any. And she said, oh, okay, no problem. So I get off the phone and I think, I should probably go run her one. Since she's asking for it, so I melt some bars down and I start making samples. I run it to her door and she goes, did you bring that just for me? I said, yeah, I did. And she says, for real? You brought me a sample? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I was like, it's a sample. Like, for me, that's all it is, it's a sample. But for her, it made her feel special. She felt valued as a customer to me, and that is what I was going for. Didn't realize it, but that's what I was going for. So, but now that I did, I looked at it, and just because I gave back more than I took from this whole Scent of the Month kit, because I gave something out of that, I have gained something way more valuable, which is loyal customers. I mean, you really can't beat that. That's an absolute must. So, those are some really good things you can do to make your customers feel really special. The other thing is you need to make them feel smart. You want to have people who are like, oh, I can tell you this, because none of you, you go and you're like, okay, if you're baking a pie and you have Martha Stewart taught you how to bake a pie, okay? And then all of a sudden Martha Stewart's not around, and you could call her if you really wanted to, but your best friend is best friends with her, you would call her and say, hey, how do you make that pie that Martha taught you how to do? Okay, so a lot of times their friends are going to go back to them if they've hosted a party, so you want to make them feel really smart. So tell them about how long the fragrance lasts. Okay, and the warmers. Tell them how to clean their warmers. Okay, one lady said to me, my wax isn't disappearing, what do I do? Oops, sorry, my bad. So, you tell her and you've taught her a little bit, okay? So tell them just to use cubes off the bar. Break it off. Don't put the whole bar in, because that's happened to me as well. So make sure you tell them that. And another good thing, there's so many things you can do to make them feel really special. One thing is to tell them that this plug-in swivels. Okay? Okay, really funny, true story. Before I was a Scentsy consultant, I went to the States to my friend's house and she had Scentsy, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, because for those of you who don't know me, I had a fire in my home from a tea light candle in my son's room when he was 6 months old, and he was in the room, and the Venetians caught on fire, super black plastic smoke, horrible, lots of bad things, whatever, but it was traumatic for our family, okay? That's a tea light. That got me. So I love smelling things. I love it. I'm so excited. I smell everything. I'm like, oh, this is so good. So that's me. So not being able to have smelly candles was like, oh, so sad. So anyway, so I get this plug-in warmer. Baby, okay, she's got this plug-in warmer she sends to me. She sends it to me in the mail, and my outlet's upside down. I don't know what to do. I'm like, my outlet is upside down. And I look at my husband. Mike, would you turn that outlet upside right for me? He goes, okay. And he actually really liked it as well first too. So he goes and he turns the outlets upside right for me so I can use my plug-in warmer, okay? Because I didn't know. And remember, the US ones, they didn't have this little button. They just had the plug. So they didn't have a little button to say, oh, what's that for? So anyway, so here I am. Okay, this is awesome. So I still had another problem though. You see, I had one plug-in warmer and a whole house to smell it. So I take my little plug-in warmer, I plug it into the living room, I turn it on, wait till it melts. Okay, it smells in the room, I turn it off, I wait for it to cool, and I unplug it and run into the hallway. And I plug it in, and I turn it on. And I repeat this process in the hallway and in the bedroom. Then I repeat it in the bathroom. So guess what my husband had to do for all those plug-ins? He had to turn them over. So one day, here I am, I'm so excited. So I take my plug-in warmer out of the socket and I go, oh, it cracked. What is that? I broke it. And I look and the prongs are all wonky. And I went, oh, what do I have to do with this? And click, 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 click. Oh. I had such a dilemma. I was like, what do I do? Do I keep it secret for the rest of my life? That sure was a temptation. Or do I tell him and be like, oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening. So anyway, so I told him, he laughed, he got a really good kick out of it, and it makes an excellent party story. People come up to me and go, I heard your story from a friend of mine who was at your party, thought it was hilarious, you didn't know how to turn the plug in. Yeah, thank you, okay, good. Anyway, now I know, okay. So the things that you assume that they know, they don't always know. So that's really important to make sure that you tell them those things as well, okay? So that's always very good. Oh, I think I went back too far on my slide, so just FYI. Yeah, okay, good. So anyway, your customers' knowledge. The next thing we're going to talk about is creating loyal customers. Customer service is actually how you create loyal customers. You make sure that you provide the best customer service possible to create those loyal customers. Let me tell you about Bev. Bev came to me at a show. She saw me there at a show, me and my husband. We were there and we're selling Scentsy. We're selling a lot of it. These people come up and they have no idea, and they're an older couple. They have no idea about Scentsy at all. And so we're telling them all about this, we're educating them on it. And they walk away with warmers and wax. We're so excited. Okay, they're gone. We haven't heard ever anything from them. All of a sudden they call me. And she says, hi, my name is Bev. I don't know if you remember me, but I met you at the show and you sold me some stuff and I need a new catalog. Okay, awesome. So I said, I can drop it off, plus I can drop off a basket party if you'd like as well. So of course you can smell all the new smells too. She says, okay, she was about 10-15 minutes away from me, so I went and drove out and did that. And she says, you know what? She says, me and my husband were at the fair. And we saw this booth there and had Scentsy at it. I was like, oh, cool. And she says, Yeah, we went and looked at some stuff and smelled it, and we were like, but we can't buy here. We're gonna buy from Maria, because Maria gave us great customer service. So I was like, really? They chose to not have something this second in their hands. They chose rather to wait up to 2 weeks for their product from me because of the service. So they didn't care about that. And that is not the first time I've heard that story where they say that my consultant gives me great customer service, so I'm good with that. And oftentimes you're at a show, you do hear, well, my consultant doesn't do anything special for us, so this is really like, I just go buy whatever. And do you have a phone number I can call you at after too? So that is the huge difference about making sure that you are giving great customer service. That is how you're going to earn their respect. Absolutely. Provide them amazing service. Talk to them, not at them. Another thing she mentioned to me was that you were so full of knowledge, but you didn't make it seem like you knew everything. So don't tell my husband I don't, but I do. So I'm just saying. So sorry, Mike, I apologize. Anyway, so and just make sure that you're authentic with them. If you don't know the answer, for heaven's sake, don't tell them you do. Don't say that you do. Tell them, you know what? I actually don't know that. I haven't learned that in my travels yet. So let me take your name and phone number, and I'm going to call you back with an answer. And you know what that does? That puts you on a one-to-one customer consultant relationship with them. 2, you're now phoning them and saying, hey, guess what? I have this here for you, or whatever, things like that. So you can make sure that that happens for them. So do you want to be that consultant that everybody says, you know, oh my goodness, she's amazing, he's amazing? Isn't that that's what I want to be. Anybody else here? Yeah, good stuff. So providing great customer service is exactly what you want to do with that. So your challenge today, this is what I'm going to challenge you with today. Go home and focus on your customer service. Focus on making samples and throwing them in your customers' orders. Focus on making their orders really pretty. You know, do something a little extra special for them. Making sure that you're really, you're really doing something that counts for them. And that does not have to be a lot of money. That means that you need to take time for them to make a little something special so that they can do that. Even, FYI, just really quick, so I almost forgot this. Okay, there's a little video going around on YouTube about these little Hostess gift bags out of your Scent of the Month flyers. They are fabulous. And you know my customers, my hostesses, they're like, oh, did you make this? I'm like, yes I did. It took me all of 4 hours, but that's besides the point. Some people can make them in 30 minutes, it takes me 4 hours. Okay, whatever, it's no big deal. But anyway, those little touches for them are like, they're so excited for those little things. So go home, focus on your customer service, use these great tools that you are using here today. You're finding so many awesome tools. Use those. Build your business, but most importantly, nothing else matters if you don't have good customer service. Okay? So go home and do that. You guys have a great time, and thanks for listening.